What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So, of course, I, just like some of you guys, have dated women who, of course, reveal some part about their past. And that's something that I think a lot of men, once we're dealing with ladies, we love them. We love what they can do for us, especially if, she's a nice, submissive lady. But I think one of the things that really hurts relationships is when, sexual disclosure happens. And that comes when, you start having a few drinks and you're talking about, what you did in your previous relationships and how many partners and some of the freaky things you've done. And once that happens, you can see that two things I've noticed. Men be a lot more upfront about their sexual conquest and experiences, which is more normal for men to do that. Women tend not to do that. And even if a woman tells you the truth about her sexual partners, I'm just going to be real. Most guys can't handle it. Because most men who, if they're weak, which most guys are, when something goes wrong in the relationship, and women can be petty, right? Women can be petty. Women can get on your nerves. Well, but what's going to happen? A brother going to go ahead on and bring that up, right? Like, that's why you got smashed by this person, start bringing it up, right? I mean, I've done that before, so I know all about that. But what I've noticed is because of that, women on average tend to refuse to talk about that, about their experiences. And because of that, they'd like to lower their body count. All right. Now, what I'd like to do before we get into the topic is I want to play two videos, one from Just Pearly Things and another real experience for why women could lie about their body count, and then we get into a Lori Harvey thing.
I'm friends with a lot of guys in these spaces that give dating advice to men, and they said, yeah, if a girl says she's over 25 and a virgin, don't believe her if she's been single.
That's not true, though. I know 25-years that are virgins.
Okay, well, they could say that, but
no,
I don't.
No. It's not if she says that she's a virgin. It's if she says she has 3 or 2 bodies. That's the magic number. That's the automatic go-to for lies. It's how they try to sound realistic.
I think you can tell if somebody is experienced or not.
Especially like if they're gonna sleep with you like the first time you meet, you're like, well, if you're doing this with me, you're doing this with like other guys.
Yeah.
Alright, so did you ask her how many she was with?
Yeah.
And what'd she say?
4.
Did you believe it?
I mean, it's the type of girl that she is that I kind of did. Still kind of skeptical.
You a simp.
But it's just like...
You a simp. You a simp, n***. You a simp.
I'm a simp.
Bro,
simp,
how old is she?
She's 24.
She been with more than 4 not being a simp.
You think so?
Listen, I fucking know so. When did she lose her virginity? Because if you gonna ask how many she been with, you asked her.
She only lost her virginity, and I want to say she said the 12th grade.
So that's 17, 18, maybe 16 if she real smart. So you telling me in 6 years she only is she a college girl?
No, that's the thing. She only went to college for what? 2 semesters, I want to say. Then she dipped. She was in a relationship. I was in a relationship with a bitch. I took her virginity for 6 years. You feel me?
So her saying 4 made you feel comfortable with who she was.
Hell yeah.
So you went wife a whore?
No, I can't do that, bro. It's like, okay, the only reason how I can really wife a whore, bro, is if I don't know her background.
Okay.
So I wouldn't know. If I know, I can't do it.
So guys, you heard that there, right? Let's now get into the Lori Harvey situation. Now, the Lori Harvey situation is very significant. The reason why it is significant, at least in my opinion, the reason why it's significant because she's now denying something that's important. She's denying that she dated, P. Diddy and his son. I believe his son's Justin. So she's saying that she's never did that, right? But even if it's true, she has to deny that. The reason why you got to deny that is because it makes you look like somebody you're not. And the reality is that many times I've been in relationships with women where they will deny almost, they always have 3 or 4 partners, never been 10 or 20, very few. And then here's something else you guys got to listen to. Their friends are the ones that do the hoeing. And they can tell you about their friends' sexual escapades, but they never participate in those escapades. Isn't that interesting? Like their friends, like they'll tell you all day and she's a hoe, pillow talking, I don't get down like that, but she messed with this dude and that dude and this dude. Now, of course, her friend don't know that she's telling the business. But now she was never there when she was there getting a train ran on her. She was never there. Then come to find out, like further on up the road, like Bobby Blue Blend, she was right there with her. You see? And I think that leaves something to be talked about. Number one, are you okay with the fact that no matter how special you think, and remember that clip I played, that brother believed he took his girlfriend's virginity. Like men want to feel special. That's our downfall. But it lies here. Are you okay with not being her first person that she dealt with? Is that okay with you? Is that okay with you? Because it's very important that either you are okay with it or you're not. Because whatever that number is going to be usually higher. And are you okay that you're doing more for her than most guys that she's dealt with are willing to do? And you're probably not getting the best sexual experience. Those two things, if you're okay with that, that's the only way you can be okay with that and be in relationships. I don't even ask anymore. Because you know what? A lot of brothers can't handle that. Not that I can't handle that. I just think that everybody's starting it up. But I don't even care. All right, I'm doing it for you right now. You probably let somebody else do it for you. It don't matter. For me. But women are gonna always, not always, but most times, very few women are gonna be very upfront about their sexual conquest. For example, let me talk about this one time. Right? I was dating this lady. She was very dear to me. I met her like 2008. Right? I really love this girl. Unfortunately, when I met her, she had just graduated Alabama A&M. So she, her grandmother at the time had just passed away. So I never got a chance to meet her grandmother. But she passed away. She was dating, I think, a brother that was from like Trinidad, but he happened to be at Alabama A&M. So she told me that, she was no longer interested in this particular brother. And, so she went down for homecoming. She called me. She was drunk. Like, yeah, he was trying to deal with me, but I told him no and all this stuff. I got me a real man now. Come to find out, the girl was there having not only sexual intercourse with the guy, but it was unprotected intercourse with the guy. At the same time, she's coming back and acting like, you a real dude. I would never deal with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real talk, right? And I think that a lot of times we got to understand as men, we are not as special as we believe we are to the women that we're dealing with. We feel like we're special. You might make a lot of money. You might have a lot of things going for you, but that's not necessarily how women really see you. Women typically do not see you in the same vanity that you see yourself. And I think it's the truth for us with them. We don't see them as they see themselves, right? And that's called self-entitlement. But I think as long as you know that, you're going to be okay. And the reality is that Lori Harvey, and she may or may not have, but I can guarantee you, body count, there's an ugly dude in there. There's a dude that she never want to claim, just like us, that, some things have happened and we don't want to talk about it. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. subscribe to the bell. We're out.